Hello, welcome to 9th class biology students. Now we are going to study something about the lesson cell, its structure and functions. Cell, its structure and functions. Cell is structure and functions. What is a cell? Cell is the smallest basic unit of any organism. Smallest basic unit of any organism. For example, if you want to know something about cell, so suppose cell that means if it is a brick wall, if it is a wall is made of bricks. So also everything is made of some minor units. These minor units in living organisms are called as the cell. So you have study something about the cell. To study about the cell, we have to examine. There are 4 types. One is the parts of a cell. Second one is the shape of a cell. Third one is the size of a cell. Fourth one is classification. So first is parts of a cell. You have studied something about cell structure with different organelles in the 8th. We'll study about this later. What is the shape of a cell? Shape of a cell. For example, if it is a brick, if it is a container, it may be in the round shape, oval shape, or rectangular in shape. So also there are different shapes of a cell. Cells may be round, oval, rectangular or hexagonal in structure, in shape. So cell may be round, oval, hexagonal or rectangular. Depending upon the structure of the organism, these things will vary. Next one is the size of a cell. So, do all organisms, plants or anything will be in the same shape? They will be in different type. So, some plants are small, some plants are large, etc. Depending upon this, the smallest unit is the micron. So, micron. Smallest cell unit is micron. Smallest cell measures small microns in size. And largest cells are more than microns, etc. The largest cell is found in the ostrich bird. It's the largest one. So strike of it is the largest one. Third one is the cells may be oval, rectangle or hexagonal. They may measure something about micron to more number of microns, etc. Next one is the classification. Next one is the classification. Classification of the cell. Cells are divided into two types. One is the unicellular organisms or multicellular organisms. Multicellular cells may be unicellular or multicellular. What is uni? Uni means single cell. The cell of an amoeba, paramecium, etc. are unicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms are very tiny in shape. Multicellular organisms, a small plant will be smaller in size. If it is a grown large plant, it made of more number of cells. So this is the structure, classification of a cell. So to know something about this, previously there is no clear-cut idea about the cell and its functions. So with the growth of the knowledge, Aristotle, Plato, etc. made the foundation stone. Later on, Leeuwenhoek discovered the microscope. So, this with the discovery of microscope, there is a great change. It brought a great revolution in the science, and many things came into existence. So scientific power is understood easily because of the invention of the microscope. Later, a scientist called Robert Hooke discovered the cell. Robert Hooke studied the cell in detail and gave a clear picture of the cell. He said that cells are arranged like the bricks in a wall or the compartments in a honeycomb. In a honeycomb, you will find no number of chambers. So also, cells are arranged in that manner in all organisms. So with this invention, it gave new dimensions to know something about the cell. So depending upon these, three types of microscopes are found. Simple microscope, number 2, compound microscope, third one is the electronic microscope. Electronic microscope. First one is the simple microscope. Second one is the compound microscope. Third one is the electronic microscope. So Leeuwenhoek studied the structure in that manner. Previously, there is no clear-cut idea. They used to believe that all the insects are born from the soil. Sand contains, sand gives rise to new organisms. Soil or sand gives rise to new organisms. What did Leeuwenhoek do? He took some sand particles, placed them in the microscope and observed that they contain some eggs. These eggs are responsible for propagation of the insects. So, with that invention, new ventures have been discovered. The simple microscope gives, we can see only two certain extents according to our visualization. Second one is the compound microscope. Compound microscope made the study larger. People began to observe more number of organelles, nucleus, cell wall, cell membrane, etc. With the help of these things, they used to know something about the structure of a cell. Third one is the electronic microscope. So it's point notes. It made us see about the notes inside the cell. If you observe under the electronic microscope, we can see mitochondria,